Alright guys, today I have an awesome video for you. I have the Bang & Olufsen Beoplay EX. Now, honestly, I have kind of been chasing the Magic Dragon with earbuds lately, trying to find the pair that is just like absolutely everything that I want and need from a pair of earbuds. I have the Buds 2 Pro, but if you're not using a Samsung phone, they just don't really hit the mark, at least for me personally. With Samsung devices though, I really do think these are the go-to. I recently, on Black Friday sale, got these for $199, the Sennheiser Momentum True Wireless 3s. But, you know, I'm getting ready to settle down with my earbuds, right? And, you know, Flossie, Mike O'Brien, these are just on all of my favorite YouTubers' #1s. So, since these are their #1 earbuds, I felt like before I settled down for these, I had to give these a shot and see which ones are going to take the cake. Now, I'm not really a fan of the stem design, but if they sound as good as everyone says they do, then these might be the winner. The Sennheiser though, that wingtip design is just unbeatable for me personally, at least. Now, I don't want to make this a full-on comparison video. This will be an unboxing, first impressions of the Bang & Olufsen EXs. So if you have any questions about these two buds, leave them down in the comments below, and I do plan on making a comparison video on which ones I prefer and which ones I end up keeping. Alright, without further ado, let's unbox these and see what we got. Alright, so first things first, you got that Bang & Olufsen. I went with the, I forgot what it's called, like the oxygen graphite or something. The blue accents on these, just, man, they really hit the spot for me with the glass touch panels and the silicone ear tips. So let's go around the box, see what kind of features we got. First thing is these are IP57 waterproof, up to 20 hours total playtime. That's not that much, but personally I leave my buds charging on wireless chargers all the time, so not that big a deal. You got Bluetooth 5.2, B&O, made for music, designed for life. If you guys want to read that, I'll go ahead and just leave that right there so you can pause it. They have a made for iPhone and iPad insignia. Not sure exactly what that means because I think iPhones only support AAC codecs. But if you're on the Android side of things, you have up to Qualcomm aptX adaptive. It is important to note that only OnePlus, Xiaomi, and those kinds of makers support this. Google and Samsung currently only go up to Qualcomm aptX HD, I think. Pretty sure these are just going to be playing on Qualcomm aptX codec, which is a step above AAC, just in case you guys were wondering. Bang & Olufsen, a bunch of stuff on the bottom. Alright. Moment of truth, let's get into this. Alright. Ooh-wee. Now, right out of the gate, I really like the aluminum. All of this on the bottom is way too much. That is very extra. That gots to go. And they will be sitting like this a majority of the time, so you won't see all that, but how beautiful and simple that is. To have that on the bottom is kind of outrageous. And as you can see, my little sweaty hands are making this thing kind of like a fingerprint magnet. but all in all, that is very clean. I'm gonna set those to the side for right now. Let's see what else we got in the box. A little pull tab there. Okay, I think this is where we're gonna have all the goodies. Got some of that good stuff. USB-A to USB Type-C. Here in this little bad boy, we have all of the tips, and one thing that is added with these that is pretty awesome is the fact that they give you Comply foam tips. These look like a size medium to me, just eyeballing it. Maybe a large, but probably a medium. Look at the colors of those. That is very cool. I really love like gray and light blue as like a color scheme. Kind of like Dave 2D, how he likes it. Those are honestly some of my favorite colors. So seeing these blue silicone tips, especially with the added Comply tips, is a very nice touch and feels like you are kind of getting that your money's worth on that. Alright, nothing too crazy. You got a B and O little booklet here. Extend your warranty in the B&O app. Okie dokie. You got all kinds of instructions. We don't need any of that. And more instructions. Alright. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, let's take a look at these buds. Oh, man, those are absolutely gorgeous. As you could see, they do have that very AirPod-esque kind of feel. I'm a little concerned with how these are going to fit in the ear because I'm going to use these as workout earbuds. So hopefully with no wingtip, these can stay in my ears. Let's take that off. Sheesh. Look at how just shiny and baller that looks, especially with the light blue on it. These things look absolutely incredible. Alright. Pretty nice case, strong magnet there. You got the wireless charging. Not too, it's pretty big. So just for size comparison here, I guess like, see the fact that it's like longer and the same height as like a Buds 2 case. This in the AirPods Pros case is kind of the best middle ground, at least I think for me personally. These are kind of not too bad, definitely not as big as the Sennheisers, if you could see that. So all in all, definitely a premium build. USB-C, wireless charging, good magnets. Good magnets on the buds. Buds got that nice glassy teal blue look on there. Teal blue buds. Everything feels very nice. Alright, let me get these paired up to my phone and then set everything up. I'll be right back to you guys. Full disclosure here, I have been using these earbuds for a couple of weeks now. I actually filmed the first part of this video before going on a little vacation and visiting some family out of state. So I actually took these buds on quite a few plane rides to and from, while also taking these things to the gym just about every day to work out, and also went on quite a few runs with these. So I feel like I have a pretty good understanding of these buds, and I think I could give you guys my honest opinion on them so far. So short and sweet, you know, I don't really want to beat around the bush here. These are absolutely the best earbuds that I've ever owned. Now, I was really kind of hesitant towards the whole stem shape, But what absolutely blew me away is as soon as you throw these in your ear, it is astounding how just well these fit. And I know everyone has a different ear shape. The thing is, I took this over to my friend's house and two of my buddies were there. Each of them tried these on and said the fit was just amazing. It's like nothing is in your ear, and they are so light that you don't even notice them while you work out. And on a side note here, now, I'm not really usually one for aesthetics when it comes to earbuds. I mean, if you look at like the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro here, like, you know, they look kind of neat, you know, just a simple black bulb. But when you are working out in the gym and you catch that little teal sparkle in a mirror, it makes you feel good about what you're wearing. And then once you pair that with the amazing build quality of this case, it really does make sense like why the price point is so high, at least as far as build materials goes. Having this aluminum case compared to something like a matte plastic on the Buds for Samsung, little soft plastic for Jabra 85Ts. This, even that like click on that, you know, like, yeah, that's all right. But you bring it here and like the magnets, the sound, just everything, the feel of this, absolutely incredible, premium quality all around. Now that I talked about the build quality, one thing that I want to go into is the sound. So here is the Bang & Olufsen app with my Beoplay EXs. And just so you guys could get an idea of what you're seeing here on the app, before I go into the EQ, all right, not now. So you get to see the battery life of each of the buds, the battery life of the case, which type of noise cancellation you get to use. I, you know, keep it on ANC level 3. Adaptive ANC doesn't really do anything. Wind noise is kind of it surprisingly does not allow in wind noise, which I've noticed a lot of ANCs do for some reason. The only problem is the ANC on these might as well not even be existent. Like if you're on a plane and you have these in, you really still need to have the music cranked up past like 70% to drown out all the noise around you. These aren't going to be like Sony's, or I haven't tried AirPods Pro yet, but from my understanding, you have those on like 50% with the ANC and you cannot hear anything. Sadly, that is not the case with these earbuds. I'd say a solid B+ in the ANC category. So if you want buds specifically for ANC at low levels, I have to say these are not it. But I primarily listen to my music above that 70%, 80% threshold in the gym. So I really cannot hear anything at that point, which I gotta say, these things sound absolutely incredible, but I'll get to that in a second. So now you have some of these little pre-built EQs like optical, sport, Yas, and what are obviously some that I made myself. But just to give you guys an idea of the EQ that you got going on here, it's not the traditional like 3 bars where bass is on the left and then trebles on the right. And you can kind of control each line between your bass, mids, and highs. You have this weird little circle thing where over here, relaxed and warm, low treble, bright and relaxed, low bass, bright and energetic, high treble. Over here is where I like to keep it with that high bass preset. The thing about this is, even though it looks kind of weird and I've never had an EQ like this before, everywhere you move this little circle is just absolutely responsive to the earbuds. Each little minute change really does change the sound signature, so I'm very confident that you'll be able to get the perfect sound for your taste on these buds. And again, how I personally like to listen to these is in this general region, just in case you wanted to hear how I like to listen to music. Now, the call quality on these are phenomenal. I've had no issues. I've taken quite a few calls on these, and yeah, very, very good for that. Now, the only real gripe I have with the application and the buds in general is the fact that all of your play, pause, and skip functionalities are not customizable. So if you hit that little 3 dot up there, you can go into your different options. You can go on a product guide. It'll kind of tell you little tutorials and everything on what to do. So if I click on tutorial there, it'll show you play and pause, hold for volume up and down, single tap for noise cancellation on the left bud, single tap on the right or left to accept call, double tap to end call. Double tap's also skip song. Triple tap is to go back. But as you can see what you can and can't do in the tutorial, and you cannot really go past what it shows you here. Now, for the most important part of these buds, in my personal opinion, the sound quality. And I know that $400 price tag is kind of, you know, redonkulous, but I personally use my buds for 2 to 3 hours every day, and the sound quality that you get out of these is simply unmatched out of any buds that I've ever heard. Now, it is important to note that these do have the Qualcomm aptX adaptive little codec there, but like I said earlier, it only works on certain Android devices. It does not work on Samsung or Google. But one thing that was interesting in the latest Google update, they added 2 new codecs, not aptX adaptive, but it is kind of, it gives a little hope. Maybe one day Google or Samsung may update their devices to work with these, but I just don't think they really have any incentive to at the moment. But how these things sound with the amount of bass, like the clarity of the bass, how much it rumbles your ear canal holes, and not only that, but the separation that it has from the highs is just incredible. Like, I love listening to like EDM, hip hop, rock. These crush absolutely every genre that I throw at them. One song that I love to listen to on these, and I won't play it just because I don't want to get copyrighted, but I highly suggest you go and check this band out. Polyphia, Playing God. Now, this is kind of like a classical rock piece, but there's a bass drop in this song where when it hits and when those classical guitars are coming in, and you could just hear everything so clearly and perfectly, but also have that amazing bass like just underlying with all the guitars cutting through. It's just, oh man, it really gives me a little nerdgasm even just thinking about it. Now, I usually don't do this, but just because these are a very peculiar shape, I am going to very awkwardly put my head on top of my desk so you could get a good idea of how these may fit in your ear. So just how it was sitting in my ear right there, these things do not budge an inch. I could take them on like a 5-mile run and not have to worry about them. These little silicone tips, I cannot feel them in my ear at all. They have a decent seal. You're going to have a much better seal and better sound quality with the Comply foam. But the thing is, if you get like all working out, all sweaty, doing all those runs, the foam will break down eventually. And the thing is, with that little shiny teal right there and the teal ear tip, that is just such a nice look. Like I'm going to keep them just like this. And if these ever wear out, I will buy replacement tips the same color, because like I said, I've never really cared for the aesthetics of an earbud before, but these just do it for me. Now, if you guys have any questions about these buds, please leave them in the comments down below. I do plan on doing a comparison between the Bang & Olufsen, the Momentum True Wireless 3s, and maybe I'll throw the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro in there as well. So if you guys want to know any specific differences between those buds, leave them in the comments down below. Again, this is kind of a different take on a review. I kind of like just sitting here and getting my thoughts out with you guys, just as if I was sitting down and talking with a friend about them, because I feel like that's how you get the most honest opinion about these products. And if you're a tech nerd like me and you've been looking at these, I can tell you that they are absolutely worth the price. And if one day, you know, my phone or something that I own supports aptX adaptive, I would love to hear the difference that that will make on these buds. Alright, you guys, that was my unboxing and first impressions video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you have any kind of questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down in the comment section below. If you like the video, please sub and like. It really means a lot in supporting the channel. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.